First time to the Grime Scene Investigation Podcast. My name's Blondy. I'm here with my man T. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bruv. You bless?
I'm very excited to be starting this for the first time. I'm not going to lie, like the music's got me gassed. We've got the jingle going. Shout out Raider for that. But yeah, man, let's go straight in, bruv. Let's not dilly dally. Let's talk about that IKEA advert, bruv. Because, mate,
man, do you know what? That's. Like, I don't think people understand how monumental that is for grime.
That's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got, like, you know, many people's top 3 MC right now in D Double. You know what I mean? He's actually a legend, Grime Scene legend.
Yeah.
He's going on national TV. You know what I mean? And what I like about it as well is that IKEA haven't watered it down.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
They've let D Double be D Double.
Yeah. Bruv, even at the end, he's one of the toys in the box, innit? And at the end, he's going, but like at the end, and he's going in the box, bruv. Like, what? They have not watered it down at all. It's a beat, it's proper grimy beat. Like everything about that is so raw, but it works so well. It's huge, bruv. It's huge.
I mean, that lyric, what is it? If your house was a car, it'd be pulled over.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's just, people are just going to be like, what is that? Who is this? And check it out. They're going to see double E, because obviously they're going to Google it. Yeah. And they're going to be like, I want to hear more. And that's just open so many doors for, it's just monumental. It's a massive, massive thing in grime. And I think we shouldn't downplay it at all. It's just huge.
No way. Of course not. And do you know what it is as well, bruv? It came completely out of the blue. No one fucking saw that coming, bruv. Like, I opened up my timeline. I remember, what was it, Friday morning? I was at work, and I opened it, and I was just scrolling, and I just plugged my headphones in cheeky because I'm at work donning it or whatever. And I was like, my first thing was just shock. What am I watching? This is IKEA, literally a household name. It doesn't get more literally household than IKEA, does it? And you've got just DEE just spitting on some Christmas advert. You're like, whoa, what's going on, man? Like, it was crazy. And big up D Double, man, because that he's had a big year, man. When you look at it, 2018 he released Jackham, and that was his first album, and hopefully not his last, but that was a really big album, and people don't talk about that album enough. That was hard, man, and he nailed that. And that's one of the few albums, actually, just in general, that it was so good that I wouldn't even, like, you can hear that and you wouldn't skip a song. That all the tracks are hard. I remember even the intro song he did on GRM Daily, like a week before the album dropped, and he's going through all the tracks, and he's saying, you know, I feel live tonight, and all this, and he's doing them in order, and it's so sick. That album was so good. And now this, and he's been doing bare features, bruv. He's, you know, Class of Deja, he nailed that. He done a tune earlier this week, which we'll get onto later. But DEE, he's been on point recently, bruv.
But you know the maddest thing about it as well, bruv, is that like, we're not talking any MC, we're talking like a legend,
Oh yeah,
and
it's true.
A legend's actually come through. He hasn't watered himself down for primetime TV.
Yeah,
he's come as D Double, and normally I associate them adverts, if they're gonna have a grime MC or someone associated with grime in them, sometimes they're cringe. You get me? Like the Dizzee one. What's it for? Is it Just Eat?
Oh yeah, I know the one. Yeah, and he does one for Labrooks as well, doesn't he? I think, or something like that. Is that right?
Yeah. Cringe. You know what I mean? And
it's awkward, isn't it? Most of the time.
When I saw it on the timeline and people said this D Double IKEA advert, I was thinking straight away that they're just gonna have him in a uniform.
Yeah.
He's gonna start talking slang to customers or something. Like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're saying, bruv.
Essentially, bruv. It come out of left field.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I was literally one of the first people to see the advert, because I was on it, and it was on like 5 retweets or something. You can actually go on, under his tweet. You can see I was one of the first replies probably, and bruv, that it's doing bits as well, bruv. It's got thousands of retweets. Like the exposure Double's going to get from this, and Grime in general is mad. And do you know what, you touched on it earlier as well? Like of all the people it could happen to, Double as well, because like you say, he's a legend, like undisputed, and he's one of the few people in Grime who every single person respects. Everyone respects DEE. He's never been in a clash, which for me is a little bit like, it would be interesting seeing a clash, but as a result, he's completely kept himself like, and he's such a great role model for everyone, for MCs and everyone, because you know he's so good at what he does, and he's always like, it's strange to say, but like quite professional, bruv. Like he never gets personal with anyone or anything like that. You never hear about like his personal life and stuff. Like it's cool if you want to do that, but like he's done it, and he's been around for what, 20 years, isn't he? And he's consistent, bruv. Yeah, and I'm gassed for him. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is a huge moment for him and for Grime and for everyone involved, really, isn't it?
Just want to say, big up yourself, DEE. You're an absolute legend, bruv. We love you, man. Like,
man, if you're listening to this, bruv, yeah, it's huge what he's done, and he'll know how big it is as well. Like, and do you know what? He's a humble guy as well, bruv. Because you know, I'm not going to name names, but you can imagine certain other MCs if they've done something like this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Them flipping like cocky MCs, innit?
Yeah, word. Yeah. But that's it. Like,
bro, he's humble. Like he knows that he is arguably top 3, but top 5, whatever.
Yeah.
He knows for a fact. You know what I mean? Everyone knows it.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't play up to that sort of image, innit? He's just the double.
It's mad though as well, because you. It's just. I just want to know how this advert actually came about, bruv. Because like, do you know what it is? Like, someone in IKEA, bruv, is a grime head, yeah. Someone, so it could be some brother on the fucking on the floor. Do you know what I'm saying? And he was jamming to DEE, and the CEO walked past, like, oh, what's that, man? Like, and then how did that happen? Who hollered who? Because IKEA must have gone to Double, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, how did this actually come about? It's so good. It's amazing.
They probably heard a little bluku and was whoa.
I mean, I'm guessing you've seen it as well, because there's a whole now like exclusive winter range of like stuff named after DEE. You can get like a bluku wardrobe, or like or like a stick or some shit.
I actually want to get one of them wardrobes.
Bruv,
my wardrobe right now, but I get a bluku wardrobe.
Yeah, man, just have it empty, just have it there, just so you can say you've got one, innit? That's going to be a collector's item, bruv. Like, you got, like, I think they got, like, Jack and Bog Roll or something like that as well. It's like... I
wouldn't even use that, you know what I mean? Nah. Like, that covered. I'll keep that in the wardrobe, innit?
Mate,
but yeah,
it's crazy to see, man. And it's great to see Grime doing bits like that as well, because that is Grime. That's not drill or you know, Afro or any... That's Grime. That's 140 BPM. That's as pure as it gets, really, isn't it?
I see, man, like flipping a ornamental rabbit.
Yeah.
It's got the voice of DEE, and I'm 34. That's gassed me. That is gassed me so much. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
I just think like, DEE, this, like, it's all over. M&S, John Lewis. Like, it don't matter what advert you're dropping. Like,
that's the advert of the year, isn't it?
Lost. You know what I mean? DEE's got this wrapped up.
Oh yeah, and do you know what it is as well? IKEA have got to drop the full track now, innit? Because we want to get that Christmas #1, don't we?
Whoever started that petition, big yourself up, because we need to get that #1.
Yeah, word. I hope that goes somewhere, brother. I haven't looked at it. I think I was about the 3rd person to sign it, brother. I saw what's his name? Big up, I think Uncle Rich on Twitter, brother. I think he shared it, and yeah, man. Like I'll post the link of that so people can sign it as well. On the social medias.
Yeah, I need to do that. I haven't signed it yet either, which I'm slacking. I need to sign it.
Yeah, they need to drop it soon, you know, because Christmas is what? Bruv, it's like 6 weeks away now, not even that. That's mad.
So yeah IKEA, drop that track.
So I know T, you wanted to talk about Solo 4-5. Like, we're gonna yeah. What's happening there, bruv? Because I'll be honest, bruv, I haven't heard anything about this. I don't, you know, what's going on?
obviously he's getting done for rape, abuse, like physical and sexual. I haven't, you know what the thing is, I haven't actually read too much into it. Like I read a couple of parts.
Yeah.
And some of the shit he done was foul. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter if he's associated to grime, boy better know or not. Yeah, what he done was foul. And I swear it's from the bottom of my heart, after reading what was in the paper that time. Solo, no, I'm hoping you get 25 to life, bruv. You know what I mean? I'm hoping you get 25 to life. I don't care who thinks I'm wrong.
Nah, you're right, bruv. You can't defend that shit, can you? Doesn't matter who you are, bruv.
It's indefensible. You can't defend what the guy done. And there's been a lot of, you know, I don't know if you've seen it, but for the past say year and a half, there's been a lot of every now and then there comes up a tweet about things in the grime scene, which is not on really, because a lot of that, like people are saying there's a lot of how do you say it, like sex cases, you know what I mean, in grime, and that's not on, because if you're going to accuse someone of that,
that's serious, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to have serious evidence.
It's serious, bruv. Like we've seen how, not just in grime, obviously, but like how that can destroy people's, like, not just their careers, their lives, bruv. And if you get it wrong, that's it. You're, you know,
That's what I'm saying. You need 100% cemented proof.
Yeah.
That person has done that.
Yeah.
And the thing with Solo 4-5 is there is 100% proof. They've got phone calls, messages. I'm not sure, but I think I might have even read that there's a video.
I swear.
And and the things that he put these women through, like, for me, he should have pled guilty. You know what I mean? And save them women having to relive what they went through.
Yeah. Word, bruv, and that's it as well. Like, he probably thought, I don't know, man. Maybe he thought he'd get off light because he's an artist or whatever, like, because he's got a fan base. But, bruv, I don't think he's got one no more, bruv. Like, let's be real, man.
Yeah, I've seen
no one stuck up for him, really.
Yeah, that's as well. I've seen a lot of people that are highly rated in grime. Not just like, I'm not talking huge names. They could be like, say, mid-tier people. But I've seen a lot of people say, like, you know, it's like we said earlier, indefensible. The guy's a sick guy. He needs help. I hope he gets life, simple as.
You got to say, he deserves it, bruv, for what you've done, man. Like, if that was anyone, of course, you wouldn't think twice, would you? Because we know his name or whatever. It's like, it's crazy, man. Like, it's just mad. You don't expect that kind of shit. And I think, look, the silence is, it speaks volumes from everyone, innit? I think, if there was a case to defend him, I think people would be saying it. But no, I think he's dead to the scene, really, isn't he? Let's be real.
Yeah, it's done. Like, his career's done. You know what I mean? Obviously, the boy better know guys obviously are not going to associate with that because they're not that sort of guys. You know what I mean? But yeah, his career's dead. He's done.
I forget which tune it was, because Skepta, he was like free solo for 5 or something. It was at the end of Reflecting. I think at the end he says free solo for 5, bruv, and that's the last I've heard of anyone back in solo, bruv. Because
you know what? That was before this actually come up. I think Solo was inside before this actually happened.
Yeah. Oh, what, for something else?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think like it was anything to do with that sort of case.
Oh, my bad.
But I think he was inside. He done it like some time. He come out. And he was making a name for himself, obviously.
Yeah. Feed him to the lions.
The Lions was massive, isn't it?
Yeah, that was huge. But I can't even listen to that the same now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, brother. And I'm seeing people that are DJs.
Yeah.
I'm saying, why are other DJs still playing this guy's tracks?
Yeah, definitely, bruv. And
them to the Lions, just stop playing it. Like, it's no association to grime anymore.
It's true. And do you know what it is? I heard that tune in a house party a couple of years ago, bruv, and people were like, nah, switch it off, bruv. Like, we don't. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, because I think someone had it on just on shuffle, bruv, and they had that in their playlist. I think it's been taken down as well, isn't it, off everywhere? So, because we've had it, and we get Michael Jackson, a lot of his. I mean, obviously it's different, but still, a lot of people booing when he comes on the club. Who is it else that some big guy in America was? He's like, his tunes were coming on, and they were getting booed in the clubs and that. What was his name? Do you know what I'm on about?
R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's another one. See that?
Yeah.
Guys, they have no place in society, let alone music.
No way. No, you wouldn't want them walking the streets, would you? Do you know what I'm saying? But
throw away the key, man. Do life.
yeah. I don't think anyone's gonna argue with that, bruv. That's
for me, like, music is for everyone, innit? Like men and female, male and female. So the females that are in the scene, they should feel safe. You know what I mean? They can't have guys like Solo 4-5 around them.
No way.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Let's make the women feel safe, and let's get rid of people like Solo 4-5 for good.
Obviously, yeah, 100%, man. I don't think anyone can argue with that, bruv.
So what's next? Because I'm getting into the groove now.
I know, this is all right, isn't it? We're doing well, bruv. I mean, this is going to be, I think, a weekly name that's going to come up. Wiley.
Boom.
Where do we start?
You know what? This is the thing, yeah. To me, Wiley is grime.
Oh, yeah.
There's no grime without Wiley.
No, I rate that you say that, man. Because I think he gets bare disrespect a lot. Like every day, man, and people forget actually, and I think it is partly. I mean, this is a big conversation, but there's so much. Where do you start with Wiley? But I think just one of the things about Wiley is that he's so open, bruv. Like, and he's on your timeline every day, bruv. He doesn't rest, man. You look at it, like, just look at it purely just his albums, bruv. He's done like 10, 15 albums, bruv, and you look at others and they've got like one or two. Like you see the last 15 years, bruv, how much work he does, and he's on your timeline every day, on your Instagram, on your Twitter, having rants, firing shots at everyone. But you know what? He's one of the few that's never changed. Like, he's never changed the way he is, maybe for better or worse, but he's never sold out. He's never. I mean, you can say wearing a Rolex, but he's always made it clear that that's not what he loves doing. He loves making grime. We all know that. He's got 2 albums coming soon, doesn't he? He's got Godfather 3 and Full Circle.
Do you know what? I want to say this personally to Wiley, because I hope that he listens to this little snippet. Wiley, please drop the CD with goods. Please, I'm begging you, drop the CD with dirty goods. We need that in our lives, because to me, like I said earlier, Wiley is grime.
Yeah.
Like, he just defines the word to me, because, like you said, all the time he's active, he's making music, he's on Twitter, he's trolling, he's having fun.
Yeah.
Like, and you know the thing with Wiley is sometimes he's unintentionally funny. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, he's come off with some of the best one-liners I've ever heard. Like,
definitely.
Remember the labyrinth thing when he was just like, "Don't bread me, I'll smash your guitar over your head."
Yeah. I knew he was going to say that as well, bruv. That guy, man, the stuff he says. Bruv, have you seen that video, his reaction video to Ed Sheeran's statement, bruv? And he's like, "Don't bread me, you're a dickhead, bruv, and your album was shit as well." Like, I was creasing at that, man. Like, I've watched that just on loop 100 times, bruv. Like, that is one of the funniest. The guys.
I love that about Wiley. Like, he could retire from music today and still come on the timeline, and I'll still love that guy. Because
I mean, bruv, how much more boring would our lives be without him, man?
Oh, mate. to me, Wiley is the guy. He's the best MC that's ever come about. He's one of the top producers in grime. He's one of the biggest characters that has ever been in grime. Even if he weren't the Godfather, just himself, his personality is one of the personalities, the characters in grime. I mean, to me, that's what grime lacks nowadays. Not a lot of the youngsters, they're sick MCs. No debating. They are sick MCs. They lack the character. You know what I mean? Like, when I was first listening to it, like, I was raised on Wiley, Titch. You know what I mean? These are big characters. And the MCs today, they just lack that. I mean, if they had half or even like 5% of what Wiley's got.
Yeah, that's a good point, I never thought of that, bro.
Yeah, bruv. The only one who come close to me, was Murky Ace and Cadell. Like, Wiley's younger brother, but obviously Cadell's going to have a bit of Wiley in him, innit?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, other than that, Murky Ace was the only other one that come close to Wiley's character. That's why I fucked with Murky so much, and I still do.
Yeah.
To me, that Wiley just defines the whole word of grime. That is just Wiley. Like,
Wiley is grime.
I mean, like you said, like, all these albums, mixtapes, EPs, singles. I mean, Send. Like, when Wiley said he's going to drop a Send, how many people the timeline's on fire.
Yeah.
Wiley drops a Send.
And do you know what it is, bruv? Do you know what it is? Do you know the amount of unreleased music this Donny's got as well, bruv? He's probably got thousands of tracks just that from all across the years that are probably sick that he hasn't even bothered. I remember hearing an interview with Jammer, I think it was, and Jammer was saying about Wiley, like he was with him once, and Wiley accidentally deleted a folder which had like 100 tracks in it, and he never got like that 100. Imagine that, bruv. That's more than some MCs have made in their entire career, bruv. And Wiley just bang, it's gone like that, man. Like, imagine that, bruv. The guy his work rate is unreal. He's, and I don't mean this. I mean this in the best possible way. He's a studio rat. He loves the studio, bruv. He loves. You see him every day. He's there, and he's head bopping to something he's made, bruv. Like he works so hard, man, and respect, man. He's not about that. He's not about flexing or fucking, traveling. He could do all that, but he doesn't. He just loves making music. He loves making grime. He loves the scene, and he's put his whole life into it, hasn't he?
And you know the baddest thing is that there was this young MC on the timeline. He was saying, "Oh, Wiley catted me," and it's like, bruv, like
you dumb.
Like Wiley has probably forgot more flows than you ever.
Trust.
Like it was a bait flow as well. Like no disrespect to Wiley or the young MC, because actually the young MC is a good MC. Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting him. But when you're saying things like that and you're like, bruv, you're talking about Wiley.
Yeah.
You're not talking about some 18-year-old MC that's just come through. Yeah. You're talking about a man that's been there, done that. Yeah, it's so shows. You're talking about Wiley. You're not talking about anyone. Show some respect. You know what I mean? You ain't got to like the guy, but just show some respect.
Yeah, definitely, bruv. And do you know what it is? So many people feel like they can disrespect him, bruv. Like, especially, I've seen a lot of abuse this year, bruv. I mean, what with, when he was clashing Sheeran and Drake, he was sending for both of them, and people obviously, they just throw out because obviously they got big fan bases and obviously they got a lot of fans, and they see Wiley, they say, oh, he's 40 or whatever, and oh, you're old man, you're bitter or whatever, bruv. He can, like you say, he can retire tomorrow and he'll be a legend, and he's minted, bruv. He's accomplished more than most. He's a legend, bruv. He's a legend. He's like, for me, he is like the Dr. Dre and the Kanye of grime. Like, he's got that that mad personality of Kanye, and that just the bangers after bangers, bruv, and everything. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But then he's laid down the foundations like Dr. Dre has, like, and he's brought people through, and he's given people, and do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's unbelievable, and the fact that he's still today just like how he was 20 years ago. I mean, like he's doing the same things he was 10, 15 years ago. He's sending for random people, but people don't want to do clashes anymore. It doesn't happen these days. Like, like when last year when he did Flip the Table, I think it was pretty much exactly this time last year, and he did Flip the Table, when I remember thinking, bruv, if Skepta and Dizzee don't reply to that, then Grime's dying, man. Like, they don't care about grime. And I'm glad Skepta did reply. It took him a while, but Skepta did reply in the end, and it was a proper grimy tune. And the war, and it was going on, and you all right, cool, But then, you got Dizzee, and he didn't reply for whatever reason, man. And it makes you sad just to think that people, like, clashes don't really happen anymore. Like, not on that scale, bruv. For me, I think the last big clash, other than what Wiley's been involved in, was Dot Rotten P Money, and that was 2 years ago, man. That was summer 2017, bruv.
I've said this before on the timeline a number of times. I think that was the last great grime crash we're going to see. PV Dot.
Swear.
I think that's going to be the last great grime crash we're ever going to see. PV Dot.
I've got to say I agree with you as well, bruv. It's sad to admit that, but
I love world dubs. You know what I mean? Like,
that is grime, isn't it? That's what grime was built on, bruv. Clashes, Lord of the Mics, bruv. That is literally just clashes. That's where we're different to other genres, bruv, because you can't. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like you ain't got to go hand to hand and have a fight. You know what I mean? You just talk shit about each other. You know what I mean? Like, and Wiley was the best at that. Like, Wiley in the war. Wiley, if you disrespected Wiley back then, you're gonna hold 3 dubs in a week. He'll just go bam, bam, bam. You've held 3 dubs, and you're just like, whoa, I'll just fuck your mum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wiley don't play like that. And like, he's still got that now. And the thing is, he actually loves grime. You can tell he loves grime. He loves everyone associated with grime. He wants to see them all do well. And sometimes he gets like people taken the wrong way. You get me? And they just
definitely.
He's coming from a disrespectful angle when he's not. He's just trying to say, look, bro, you got to do it like this, or you got to do it like that. He just wants to see his own people eat. He don't want to have Drake come over and start fucking the scene that he helped build, innit?
Yeah,
well, I mean?
No, word. You're spot on, bruv. And do you know what it is as well? Just quickly back to the clashing thing. It's actually deeper as well. Like, I want to touch the fact that, you know, back in the day, because obviously when grime was first starting and you say, oh, you suck your mum, whatever, that people would take that like a real life threat on the road, bruv, and then bang, people were getting, do you know what I'm saying? And then, but Wiley changed that culture. He was like, nah, it's just music. He'll say something on a track and it's just music, and that's it. And I think, like, I reckon a lot of like sort of violence has been avoided because of the clashing culture that Wiley has made, bruv. Now people will say a dub, spit on a war dub, and that's it, and you do the clash and that's it, and you walk away from it. Whereas, you know, that wouldn't have been the case, you know, before Wiley turned it into that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's just how can you put it? You know, when you know all geniuses, they're a little bit mad, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
That's why. Like, he's not mad in the sense that he needs sectioning.
Nah, of course not.
Straight like it. But there's a method to his madness. Wiley knows exactly what Wiley's doing.
Yeah, like, that's why I compared him to Kanye in that way. Cause...
every rant, every insult, every person he trolls, Wiley knows exactly what he's doing. He's a genius, mate. Simple as genius.
Definitely. And a lot of people obviously don't understand that level of thinking. And I think I don't really understand why Wiley gets so much disrespect, to be honest, because when it's really he's not a hard person to read. He's pretty direct, bruv. He doesn't mince his words, bruv. He doesn't care about that shit. He's older now, so like he can say what he likes and what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like he tells the truth, and a lot of people are obviously scared of the truth, bruv. And people who tell it.
I think it's just like different eras, isn't it? I mean, you got to remember when Wiley was young and coming through, like people that he was around, say like God's Gift, and you know all them sort of guys, they probably say, you know, they probably spoke their minds more of what their MCs and artists of the day speak their mind. You know what I mean? And I just think it's a different era. People take him the wrong way because they don't actually understand where he's coming from. Because, like I said, he can be a bit zany, innit? He can be a bit, you know what I mean? A bit sometimes where you think, well,
yeah, you can see he rubs off he can easily rub off the wrong way on people, bruv. Like, even as a supporter, bruv, I get pissed off at him sometimes. Like, wow, like, you know, the delays and he doesn't turn up to shows and shit. Like, I can totally get why people get frustrated with him. Totally, you know.
But you know, the maddest thing is, and I'm just going to be deadly honest here, I'm only a couple of years, I'm like 5-6 years younger than Wiley,
Yeah.
And even as a grown man, when Wiley followed me, I was so gassed. I was like a little boy again.
Oh, he follows you, bruv. I never knew that. That's sick.
Well, I was like a little boy.
Yeah.
I went into fan mode. When it comes to idols, I mean, my musical idol would be Wiley.
Yeah.
Like, we're both from East London House in Estate.
Yeah.
And we're both, like, I'm only a couple of years younger than him. And we're both from the same sort of struggle, innit? He come from Bow, I come from Kingsmead, Hackney. And it was just like, you know, like, he would be my idol because he come from that, and look at him now. I mean, this is like a legend.
Definitely. And do you know what it is as well? Because, you know, if we're talking about the 2 albums he's got ready to drop, it's a bit sad for me in a way that he does need those 2 albums, because he's got Godfather 3 and Full Circle. Godfather 3 is obviously grime, completely grime, and that's it. But he's not relying on that to do bits. That's why he's got Full Circle, and Full Circle's obviously your Boasties, your My Ones, your Gavinci Bags. It's all of them, like, you know, club sort of pop kind of tunes, bruv. Whereas, and he knows that he's not relying on Godfather 3. He's gonna drop Godfather 3, and I think if it does well, that's going to be a bonus for him. That's why he was even saying, I don't know if he means it or not, because you never know with Wiley, but, you know, he was saying he's only going to drop it on vinyl or some shit, and I'm like, you know, but that's it. But, you know, and he could do that, but I think it's sad that he that it's kind of this way because he knows Full Circle will definitely chart. So Full Circle will definitely chart. That will do bits. That will get him bare money. Like he'll be minted after that. That he could retire on that, no problem. He'll be like Full Circle will chart, guaranteed. Godfather 3, I understand. I think we all understand why it's like that, but it's just a shame that as someone who you'd want to lead from the front, you want to see him. And I'm going to bring up the Grime Gremlin here. Yeah, big up yourself, bruv, because like we all need a bit of Grime Gremlin in our lives. Yeah, like he really wants God. He kind of wishes. I think he low-key wishes that Full Circle wasn't there. So then Godfather 3, Wiley would put everything into that, like he did with the first Godfather, and be dropping their singles and gassing everyone up. Whereas I don't think his heart is in it, but not in the way that he's relying on it to go big. I don't think he's motivated for it to go so big because he's got the safety net of Full Circle. We all know which one he'll have enjoyed making more, and we all know which one he'll listen back to more. But at the same time, we also know which one is going to line his pockets and pay his bills.
Yeah. I'm still going to buy the vinyl and the CD though. If he drops it on vinyl and CD.
Bruv, if it's on vinyl, I want the Grime Gremlin to sign a copy for me, just because how much he's been.
That troll.
Mate, do you know what it is as well? Like this is the whole thing about Wiley, man. Like the fact he follows you, he's replying to me, he's talking to Grime Gremlin on a daily basis, bruv. The guy is so real, bruv. He was saying, I think yesterday or the day before, he's like, oh, why don't I think he was saying it to Grime Gremlin, or maybe it was even me. He was saying, why don't you go and hassle Skepta and Dizzee? Because Skepta and Dizzee won't reply. Skepta and Dizzee don't care. You care. You care about what the fans say, and as a result, you get people that are very vocal, like Grime Gremlin, who want, and he's got this vision of how Grime is going to come back and be the main thing again, and he's trying to tell Wiley how to do it, but then telling someone as if, like you say, like people talk to Wiley as if he's some up and cut. He's seen everything, man. There's nothing new you can tell Wiley, and I think a lot of people forget that.
Exactly. You can't tell him nothing. He knows everything to do with grime anyway. You can't educate him on nothing to do with grime. You can't tell him how to make music, how to sell music. So just stop wasting your time. Just let him do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? Let him have. Just stop wasting your time. You can't troll Wiley. Wiley will troll you back. Sometimes I really take it personally. I see people disrespecting him, and I'm like, you're actually disrespecting a legend.
Yeah.
You're not like, this guy's done so much. He's opened so many doors. He's brought so many people through, and then you're 20 and you're disrespecting him.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, bruv. Like, but he's so open. That's why, bruv. You couldn't disrespect Dizzee or Skepta like that because they just wouldn't read it or they'd block you. Whereas Wiley will see it and then engage with it. And do you know what I'm saying? And I think, in a way, I don't want to see Wiley be like, Skepta or Dizzee or whatever, where they just shut off and they just post, new music, or they just post their tours and that's it. You don't hear anything else from them. I don't want that. But at the same time, I think Wiley would probably have a few less headaches if he did do that, and would just be. But I don't know, man.
I don't even think like it registers with Wiley. I don't think that Wiley gives a single damn. You can say whatever you want to Wiley, it will reply and then forget you even exist.
That's true. That's true. Do you think in a way that for him this interaction he has with the supporters? Do you think that has taken the place maybe of clashes, because people don't clash anymore? So then maybe he just gets that buzz out of engaging with people on social. Maybe that's just occurred to me. Maybe that's why.
I actually agree with that. I actually fully agree with that, because you see with Wiley, like, he don't hold his tongue either. Like if you disrespect Wiley, he'll come back with something like your mum or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that. I love that, because if I disrespect Wiley, I'm a grown man. Wiley can disrespect me back, innit?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna report him to Twitter just because he told me to suck my mum or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's give and take, innit? So if you want to disrespect him, don't whine when he disrespects you back and then start going, oh, but you're 40, I'm only 22. Well, then don't disrespect him in the first place.
Yeah, exactly, bro. But that's it. That's the whole. It's kind of again how Wiley hasn't, how everything has moved on, and Wiley hasn't. No, I don't mean that in a bad way, because I wish the grime scene was like still how it was when Wiley first. Like, but but it's just people get offended so easily in that, and that's why clashes don't happen as much these days. I don't think, because I think just people are just everything's under a magnifying glass. What you say now, whereas you could just spray a fucking 16 on whatever, like on radio, like 10 years ago, and that's it, and then the war's going, and that's it, and then it's done. Whereas now it's like it's all documented, and do you know what I'm saying? It's like I think people are just reluctant to get involved like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
the maddest thing is as well is that a couple of MCs, because I got like we was on Mode, the Desktop Grime show on Mode FM. Yeah, we've had a couple of MCs come up, and they've openly sent for other MCs on radio. There's been no reply.
Yeah,
like, the MCs who got sent for, they haven't gone on radio and sent a 16 back. They haven't made a send back. They've just, what's when I see you? We can talk. That's not grand. Send back. Send back.
I agree with you, bruv. That's why, for me, like I said, Flip the Table, that was so big because Wiley sent the Skepta and Dizzee, and then you got to see who actually cares about grime now. And fair play to Skepta, he does. Maybe not as much as Wiley, but he did reply, and I think he did 2 sends. I think one, for some reason, Wiley didn't reply to. I don't know if but still, like, Skepta definitely got his hands dirty, and when he didn't have to, man, Skepta doesn't have to do that. Because you see Dizzee, bruv, Wiley might as well not exist to him. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is a sad thing. I mean, although having said that, I did see he did some interview with Julie Adenuga a few weeks ago, and he sent a dig at Wiley. I swear down, and he was saying something like. He was saying that, oh, where's my OB? I invented grime. Like, he was, I think it was basically, he said, like, to that effect, like, without saying his name, like, why is he getting that and then I'm not and stuff. So, like, I don't know. No one picked up on that.
The thing is, like, I've got both of them in my top 3.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think most people would, yeah.
Where, regardless of if Dizzee invented it or not, the fact is he left. Wiley has remained.
Yeah.
And been at the forefront for, say, 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? So to me, it doesn't matter if you invented it, Dizzee. You left. You've gone about. You started doing things with Robbie Williams like that. There's no forgiving that. You know what I mean? So,
well,
you don't deserve an MBE just for doing a track with Robbie Williams. Like, but you're still in my top. You're still in my top 3. Don't get it wrong.
No, I know what you're saying. I think. Might as well say it while we're at it. I think for Dizzee, I think his time has kind of come and gone, and but I think that's not a surprise. That shouldn't be a surprise to people when I say that, because he was the first one to blow, wasn't he? He was the first one. He peaked before everyone else did. So therefore, I think it's normal and to be expected that he's going to decline before everyone else. And we all love Dizzee. He's one of the. I love Dizzee Rascal. Like, I love he's so real. He's a really intelligent guy, and he's
smart guy as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what the thing is? I think it's weird, because I think Dizzee actually peaked with Boy in the Corner. Like, going back all them many years, I think that was his peak. I think ever since he's been on, like, a downward path.
It's hard to argue with that, though. Like, especially like when you're saying, like, when his name on people's lips. Yeah, I think maybe you're right.
Boy in the Corner, innit? It's always when you mention Dizzee involvement in grime, it's always Boy in the Corner gets mentioned alongside Dizzee. But maybe because the CD was such a massive CD at the time. I mean, let's not take away its impact. It was massive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that did open up so many doors as well. And
it was because it was the first of its kind.
Exactly. And people were like, "Whoa!" Like, what? I can remember. I was like, "Whoa, what is this?" And I was listening to grime back then, and it was like, "Whoa, what is this, man? Like, this music is completely different."
Yeah.
And maybe it's because that CD was so good, it's hard to, people always associate that with him. Like, they always, whenever he's going to drop a CD, they think, oh, I hope it's as good as Boy in the Corner. And it's a lot of expectation.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. He's like almost like a victim of his own success in a way.
Exactly that, bro. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. If he drops, like, say he drops Boy in the Corner and it weren't that well received, did he win a Mercury from Boy in the Corner? He did.
Yeah. I think it went platinum recently as well, didn't it, or something like that?
It was huge, and
people still talk about it today, man. Like, look at us, bruv. That album's immortal, bruv. That's one of the biggest albums of this century.
Yeah, I still play it. I'll still play it at least once a week. I will still.
Oh yeah. I mean, bruv, there's just some classics on there. You got "I Love You," "Stop That," bruv.
Brand New Day, which was arguably one of my
that's actually my personal favourite.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites as well. Yeah. But I said the other day that I prefer "Home Sweet Home" to "Boy in the Corner." But in terms of impact, I don't think any Grime CD is fucking with "Boy in the Corner."
Yeah, I mean, we've gone from we're now reminiscing about Dizzee Rascal. Now that's mad. No, I think it's an easy thing for us grime heads to. That's just all roads lead to Wiley and Boy in the Corner, innit? Like you can't really talk about grime without mentioning them two, can you?
I think it's impossible to mention Wiley and not mention Dizzee.
That's true
because they were so connected. You can't talk about one without the other. What I will say is, I'll give Dizzee credit. He's stormed the charts. He's had a couple of number one.
He's got nothing to prove, man.
He really hasn't. I mean,
he's got nothing to prove. That's why, and I think he's really grown as well. Like he's grown, bruv. He doesn't care. That's why he doesn't get involved anymore. He's got nothing to prove. He's done everything that he's achieved everything. And by the way, he achieved everything before anyone else did. He was the first one to. He's the arrowhead for all of this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think we'd have grime in 2019, almost 20, if it wasn't for the impact of either of them. Although I put Kano above Dizzee in my top 3 MCs list, but that's because that's just a personal opinion.
Yeah.
In terms of music, because I think in terms of grime, apart from Boy in the Corner, I didn't Showtime was okay, but apart from that,
it was a bit
been into that many Dizzee CDs, albums, or whatever.
I thought Rascal was hard. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Rascal was just as, in terms of bangers on it. I thought Rascal was hard, to be fair, but
I think it wasn't rubbish. I don't think he's ever dropped a rubbish release. Even his pop albums, I've quite enjoyed a couple of tracks.
Yeah. Like even that one with Shakira and that. It's like, oh, you just like to see Dizzee, innit? Like he's just, you just like seeing him, innit? Like, yeah.
This is the man that made Boy in the Corner 10 years ago, and now he's doing tracks with Shakira. I wouldn't mind doing a couple of tracks with Shakira.
I think we all wouldn't. Yeah, we all wouldn't mind that, would we?
But yeah, big up Dizzee. But yeah, for me, Wiley's the man.
Yeah, 100%, and I think we're all looking forward to Godfather 3, apart from Sheeran. But and I'm sure this isn't the last time we'll talk about all of that. There's still 6 weeks or so till 2020, so I think we'll definitely be able to come back to this. Speaking of Godfather 3, something hot off the press, man. This morning I saw Dot Rotten, I think, is featuring on Godfather 3, and yeah, shit you not. I saw on Wiley posted a beat or something on Insta this morning, and Dot Rotten commented featuring Zeph Ellis or something. I'm like, whoa, that blew me off my feet. That's mad.
That is mad because they had a little bit of history as well.
Bro, I swear Dot Rotten hates Wiley.
And
hates him.
But that's the thing again. It's growth, innit? It's growth from being them times to these times.
And it's mad as well because
there's got to be a bit of mutual respect there in terms of
maybe.
Because for me, if Dot was a releaser of music regularly, and he didn't change names and he stayed as Dot Rotten and he still make grime, whether it be instrumentals or vocals, Dot would arguably be top 3 because when he's on,
it's a big statement.
You know what I mean? But it's hard because when Dot's on form, Dot is is unbelievable. In terms of his instrumentals and vocals.
Yeah. I can't lie. We all know Hard Times and stuff like that, man. Some of his producing is iconic. We were planning to talk about him anyway because Dot Rotten hasn't existed for 2 years since. I'm gonna say it now, bruv. P Money bodied him, bruv. P Money actually killed the guy, man. That clash was 2017, summer 2017. It's now nearly 2020, and Dot Rotten is only just coming back. Going off the sends, bro. I'm guessing he's been spending the last 2 years sorting his life out or something. But
the thing is, you got to pick your battles wisely. this. I mean, it's obviously it goes deep. Their issues go deep, yeah. And
because they knew each other personally. That's why it was such a mad beef as well, isn't it?
I think about their issues, so I'm not gonna like press on it or anything.
Yeah.
But obviously, P now has information on Dot. He's got a lot of info on Dot. So if you're gonna send for someone and they've got that much info on you,
they're
gonna body you with it. You get me? And I thought it was a good what. Like he didn't.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think
But obviously P, like for me, as I said, I keep saying about this that P is top 5 for me. Yeah,
I love P Money. I think he's for me. P Money is the king of grime right now.
Right now, yeah, definitely. I wouldn't argue that. Although I think Gets might have a little something to say. I think P still.
Gets, but I think just. That's a fair conversation to have. To be fair, maybe we will talk about that.
Another thing P is that P don't really get involved in the politics on Twitter.
No, he doesn't, does he? He reminds me a little bit of DWE, where he can kind of, he doesn't need to get involved.
Yeah, I've seen him tweet things like people can have opinions, just keep don't get involved in it, things like that. And I think P is he's a bit more mature. Like with Dot Rotten, I still think Dot he can be a bit off the chain, innit? Like you don't know what you're gonna do. Like Zev Ellis. Like I don't
whatever he is, bruv. Like I'm not gonna lie, I think Dot Rotten he's not because listen, look, that beef was mad. And I think Dot Rotten, bruv, I think the main thing about that beef, and we'll talk about this another day because there's a lot to say about that clash, but every single dub was hard, And Zev Ellis, Dot was hard, bruv. He went in, he put everything in it. So did P Money. But P Money is the clear winner because what's Dot Rotten done in the last 2 years? Where's he been? And then look what P Money's done. P Money's since then dropped 2 albums. He's been doing shit with gigs. He's blown, bruv. He's doing shit with Call of Duty. He's doing bare stuff, man. Like P Money, big up P Money, man. He's doing bits right now.
He's on PS4 because I'm seeing P he's spinning everyone on FIFA. P, I want that game. I want to get P Money.
Yeah, bro, he'd murk you as well, bro.
He's the best. I'm hearing he's the best FIFA player. But yeah, anyway, getting back to music. Dot. It's so he's an enigma, innit? You know what I mean? He's an enigma. One minute he's up and then he's down and then he's dropping a banger and then he disappears. And
that's true.
If he had a work rate of say a Wiley, he'd be top 3 for me. Because he's just so well-rounded with vocals and instrumentals. Like, his vocals could be sick and his instrumentals will be sick. He's, Dot, man, just start releasing more music, bruv, because you're so
Mind you, master writer.
That's the thing.
Just saying. Like, I'm not hating on Dot Rotten, but, like, I think he's a better producer than his Ibarra. I think he's a good lyricist, but when that was exposed, you kind of go
Don't make more music, but don't send for P Money again. Just leave it.
Yeah, allow P Money, man. Like P Money as well. I mean, this is one of the reasons I say he's the king of grime. He's for me is like the warlord as well, bro. I mean, we'll definitely get onto this another time, but he's just like the P Money is. If I was to go and clash someone in grime, P Money would be my last choice, easily. I would rather clash anyone, but I'd rather clash fucking the whole of Roll Deep than P Money, man. Like he's so good, bruv. Like I wouldn't go near him, man. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a mistake.
You know what? Next time, we're definitely going to talk about warlords in grime. Yeah,
I'd love to. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good subject because I'm putting P up there because the reason why I put P up there is before that. I only heard him v Gets, and I thought P was sick, but I think he elevated against Dot. Like he stepped up so many levels. He was so personal, and he was confident as well.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. It's like he weren't fazed by what Dot was saying to him because he knew that he had so much personal info that it don't matter what Dot says. He's just gonna come out with bam, 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 and he was dropping in tracks so regular as well. Like,
I know, man. He fucking what was it? I think Organised Grime Freestyle was the first dub, and then I swear P Money made 2 or 3 straight after. Like It's like, bruv, Dot Rotten. I don't think I think he bit off more than he could chew. Really, to be fair.
Definitely, I think he thought that he was gonna. I think he definitely thought that he could easily beat P, but no, man, you took a chalk for him.
That's that, but. Yeah, I mean, P Money, he ended Dot, and Dot's just coming back now. And you know, whatever you want to say about Dot Rotten, yeah, I think it can only be a good thing for Grime if someone of his levels, you know, making moves again.
He's still a very cold artist. Like, he's just got to, like, you know, stop being so up and down, man. Just
yeah. I think Dot did do like one track and it was shit, bro. I swear it flopped, man. Like, but look, you know, yeah, he's obviously been sorting his life out and. Now he's back in. I think we're all looking forward to seeing what he can do, man. If he's back in the saddle, you know.
Yeah, definitely, Dot. Like, please, just don't disappear again. Because it's like Ice Kid. Ice Kid was so sick. Like, he was, to me, Ice Kid was the best younger that was coming through at that time, and he was so sick, but he had no work rate. Like, he'll make a track and then disappear for 6 months. Come back, drop an EP, disappear for 3 years.
Yeah. MCs do that, bro. And some of the best have done that. Sharky Major did that. He took a mad break from the scene. There's a younger out there, Elf Kid, bro. I think he's sick, but he's not doing grime anymore. He's not doing music anymore. I think because he's at uni or something, so he's concentrating on that. But big up Elf Kid, man. I hope he does well at uni, and I hope he comes back and makes more music because he's a don, bro.
Kid, man. Elf Kid's name. Big him up, low, man. Like, sorted first, then come back on the music, innit? Like, I respect that. But you know what I mean? If you ain't doing university or anything like work, or like you're in ill health, or your family members in ill health, like, and like, I just don't see why you would disappear and come back every 6 months or so. Because that ain't you ain't getting no momentum in your career, innit?
Nah, you're never gonna blow like that, are you?
Exactly. Well, just like, they're gonna forget about you, and they're just gonna be like, oh, whatever, man. But I know a lot of people on my timeline, they really rate Dot, and they really want to see him back. It can only be a positive his return. So
definitely.
I hope it's a positive return anyway.
So yeah, now weekly section of the. I hope it's weekly because you know you never know with Grime, but new music. I want to hope that every time we record, every Sunday, that there is new music to talk about. This week there's been a real grime anthem in a way. I think this is one of the already in my top 5 tracks of 2019. Where Do We Come From? Is Dizzee and Gets.
Yeah, massive track. Track.
That was sick. That was a sick track. Like, and do you know what's funny? Yeah, I was chatting to Gremlin, and I was like last week or something. I was saying we were talking about Dizzee, and I was saying like, yeah, I love Double, but bruv, I never I wasn't criticizing him, but I was saying like, bruv, I never listened to a track of his and you think, wow, you know, you bruv, that was a message, man, or whatever. You know, he never goes deep. He just shells, bruv, and he's sick at that. But then as soon as I say that, he drops this, and bruv, this is a deep track, man. Like,
I love that track.
Yeah, it for me, like, that's already one of Double's best tracks.
Massive track, massive. And the thing is, like, I think personally this year, vocal grime, apart from Kano, don't get me wrong, like, vocal grime was a bit quiet. Like, there wasn't that many bangers this year.
But it's been a little bit. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a dip in it.
The instrumentals have been a lot better. Nando's Rhythm, French Montana by Jams and Jack That. But vocal grime was a bit quiet this year. But this track, massive track, like huge. D-Double is just. Yeah. I don't know, man. D-Double's coming into his own now, and it's about time. People start, rather than just hearing D-Double on a fucking up or a rave, they're now hearing him fucking track. And it's like, big. Like I said earlier, massive respect for D-Double, but Gets as well. Gets is another legend. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, 100%. No doubt about it. But you know what it is as well? Something I noticed when I was looking at I noticed because of this track, because this is the second time they've collabed this year, because they were both also on Deja Vu, Class of Deja, sorry. And do you know what it is? Them two, like, they seem like such a sick pair. Like, they go so well together. But then I think those are basically the first two tracks they've ever done together. Before 2019, you couldn't find a track with Dizzee and Gets on it. which is quite interesting. So the fact that they're both working together now, I think they're sick because they're obviously two dons, bruv, and they both really put a lot into this track. I think like there was a bar in it, like it's either shots in Clean or it's shots in Skin. Like that's it. That's what's going on now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to touch on another release. I mentioned it just now, but there is another 2 releases that go to www.whitepeachrecords.com and get Spooky. You know Spooky, big from Hackney as well. But yeah, Spooky's I think it's Haunted Joyride, the version Excursions. That's out now on White Peach. Okay. And also Jams and Jack That, French Montana. Definitely get that.
Oh, so yeah, Jams is hard, bruv.
Bruv, Jams is got the potential to break through that top 5 of all time. Potential. Yeah. In terms
I love Warrior EP, man. That was hard. That's one of the best EPs I've heard, man. That was sick.
I was fucking with Jams when he was going by the names of Jamski and whatever. Jams is just massive. And the thing is, he's consistently sick.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't drop a bad release. I think Jams knows that if he does make a bad track, it's not coming out simple as. He's just making sure that everything he drops is sick. But yeah, definitely grabbed him to get the D double single.
That's it as well. Yeah, but I did want to say something more about that because this is kind of this got me a bit mad actually. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of a bit vexed at this because that track dropped like a couple of days before the IKEA advert. Now, everyone when the IKEA advert dropped, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, big up D double, fucking legend, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Cool." But where was this hype for this tune he dropped 2 days ago, bruv, or 3 days ago, bruv? Like the IKEA advert is doing bits, bruv. That's getting thousands of retweets. Double's getting bare attention off that. That's sick. But, bruv, he done a hard track a few days ago. Where were you to support that? You're like, cool, you're supporting the advert. That's sick, and you're gassing D double now. But, bruv, only a few days, and it makes me sad because I think D double's pinned tweet is "Where do we come from?" It's the single, like go stream it, and that's not even got 100 retweets, I think. Whereas you look at the IKEA, so it's kind of like it's the same old thing with the grime scene. Like we're it's like you shoot yourselves in the foot a bit because like it's the music that counts. Like it's great that he's doing, the IKEA advert, but bruv, you need to support the music just as much as you do the advert, if not more, because that's what
Yeah, exactly.
It's raising awareness for grime, but then why aren't you paying attention to that grime? Do you know what I mean? Like that's not even in it. That tune should be doing bits, but
that's the bread and butter, really, isn't it? The everyday tracks that they drop. Like,
exactly.
Big up Bex, because she said the other day as well. I see her tweet. You're supporting the clickbait grime, but what about the other grime?
Yeah, exactly. All grime needs love, man.
Exactly. She meant exactly the same point as what you just said as well. So I fully agree with that as well.
That's it. Because
they're not supporting the tracks like they support the adverts and that. But that's because the fan base can be a bit fickle sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And that's it. And even with Godfather 3 and everything, like everyone, I've seen a few people like, yeah, okay, January 1st, Grime's coming back. Bruv, Grime is still like, we've had bare grime this year, bruv. P Money's dropped an album. Skepta's dropped. All right, Skepta and Kano's albums. They're not fully grime, but that's still grime. P Money drops an album. Devlin drops an album right at the beginning of the year. No one talks about that. All right, it wasn't prime Devlin, but there was some still. Bruv, Pete, that should have done a lot better than it did. There's been bare grime. Jammer's EP like a couple of weeks ago. People like there's grime that. There's bare grime these days, but no one's like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's all right, Godfather 3, then we'll go. Like, nah, man, grime is a daily thing, bruv. You need to, like, be on it every day, bruv. Like, support the grime that is out today, man. Like,
yeah, but this is the thing, and I'm not going to go too into it because I know we're going to discuss this at a later date.
Yeah, definitely.
But this is the thing when people say grime's dead. Grime ain't dead. It ain't gone anywhere. It's still doing what it's doing. It's where you're looking for grime is dead. It's what you're perceiving grime to be is dead.
And how much energy have you got for grime as well?
Exactly. Like grime's there's radio on every day. Mode, NTS, Represent. Mm-hmm. There's Grime on them stations every day. If you're not checking for it, really, it's you that's dead. It's where you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly.
No, where you're looking is in the wrong places. That's what's dead.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I'm not going to go to.
Yeah, we'll go into that another time, bruv, because that's a big conversation. But you're right, man. And even like things like this podcast, man. Like I hope, like, bruv, I don't know how far this will go, but you know, you and me, we're doing something for the scene, and I think it's a great thing that we can do here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, big up everyone that's listening. Big up yourself. I'm really excited. I'm excited for where we can go with this.
Yeah, man, it's first of many, hopefully.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, big up Blondie. Big up everyone that's locked in.
Yeah.
Big up everyone who's going to catch this back on the YouTube. Where else we going?
I'm getting this up YouTube, SoundCloud. I'll try and get it up on Acast. Everything will be on the Twitter and the Instagram. Follow GSI Pod on Insta and Twitter. That's where everything's going to be happening. But yeah, man, it's been. I think that's a solid start for the Grime Scene investigation. I'm proud of ourselves. We've done well there.
Next week we're going to go in even more. So you people,
definitely
listening to this, be ready next week because we're going to have a bit more to say on a bit more subjects. And,
definitely, mate.
Yeah.
Definitely. Get sharing. Get talking.
Get sharing.
All right, mate.
All right. Big up.